Hello and welcome. Today, 100% we're finishing off the story. 100%. Could not finish the story, because that is our only plan. But, first, we'll do our little warm-ups. He's actually up here. Just to give everyone a little bit of time to get in, and also for my bit rate to solve itself, apparently, because it is currently exploding. So we'll see if that's being a problem. Hopefully not. My computer was exploding earlier, so.
Destiny's hand has
Better to
truly
make no
blessed
move
me.
than wait. I'm honored by your presence. Since you're already here, why not have a meal before you leave?
Okay.
Let's add more.
Dead. Everyone's so dead. Nice. He does almost as much. He does almost as much damage as she does.
That breathing sensation.
Means he's actually doing some really
Let the
decent
enemies.
damage.
Relax.
She does a lot of damage. Oh, did I use that? I didn't think I did.
Kill them all.
15k.
Better to make no move than wait for your move.
Ah, is it? Maybe. I don't know.
Stand still.
If you say so.
Death.
Boop. Boop, boop. This is a what? Number 4.
Destiny's hand has
That
truly
breathing
blessed me.
And you have max anyway, so it doesn't really particularly
Relax.
matter. Boom. And 2 more.
I'm honored by your presence. Since you're already here,
This should kill.
why not have a meal before you leave?
Why not? Boom.
Let the enemy needs a little more heat.
Damn, 11,000 base damage. That's a pretty good amount of damage, I have to say.
Stand still.
For no
May
crit
as well
or
kill 'em
anything.
all.
That's pretty
I
damn
still
good.
prefer adding fuel to the fire. Let's add more seasoning.
Arsonist, he's an
What would you
arsonist.
like again? The ill tidings manifest.
And then we'll only do one more just so we have time. Because I don't want to do a bunch of time, but
Destiny's
this should
hand
put
has
us
truly
about.
blessed me.
I'm
Where
honored
we
by your
need to be.
presence. Since you're already here, why not have a meal before you leave?
Why not?
Relax. That breathing sensation.
Cherish it.
Why, of course. Get there.
Stand still. May as well kill them all.
I still needs a little more heat.
Boom. Got a
The threat-
crit.
Relax.
I hope it was too much, but we did get it. Ba 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 ba. Boom.
Better to
Stand
So
still.
with all of the debuffs, I do about 40,000-ish damage, I think.
Get there.
That breathing sensation. Remember it.
Let the enemy strike first. And let's add more seasoning.
Boom.
Here, all yours.
Boom. Explosion. Brrr. Little ghosty. I like this. They have some odd little mechanics that they just don't do anything with anymore,
May
which
as well kill them all.
sucks because some of them are really cool. This one having the extra monster on top of them that does bonus stuff is a really cool idea. I think, at the very least, and it did just disappear. And no, there's no monsters now that ever do that. I'd like to see more
Get there.
mechanics
Stand
like
still.
that. That would be cool. And with that, we are done.
Relax.
He gets a bunch of energy at the beginning of combat, doesn't he? Didn't really get any high level ones, but, you know, that's fine. So, we are exactly where we left off. We have just... Oh yeah, we need to switch you because we're not fast enough to deal with them. But we have just left off with the bug, and we are now going to go see the queen who made the dragon eat the universe or something of that sort. Puzzle. Oh. Well, I will do that in a second.
This is...
Ooh. Trouble, lagging. Oh my god.
Living ones?
Yeah, I mean, you can call us that. Whoa, those swords have faces on them.
Could you be the scions of Styxia?
I mean, we could be, we're
Did
not.
you hear about the great work that I'm doing here? And have thus arrived to give me the last material that I need for transmutation?
A soul?
Work?
Have you heard of the great name of Pollux, perchance?
Yep. Violet's probably right here.
You don't have to describe it like that, miss.
You have? Then that's good.
Is it?
During the age of myth, a time likely before your birth, I was the unsurpassed zenith of alchemy that none could reach. On the
Oh.
shoals of the River of Souls,
You're
I
the
shall
guy
make
who brought
Pollux
Pollux
soar
back
again
to life.
and bring death back to the world.
But didn't that dragon already bring death to the world?
Oh, looks like you don't know the whole picture.
No, we're quite
While
in the
it's
dark.
true that the missing girl can grant death to mortals, Pollux, the one who delivered her onto this world, makes it so that humankind cannot die.
Ah.
So, it's just as I feared.
Do two sides of the same coin?
Yes. The
Something like that.
deceased are supposed to drift down the River of Souls until they reach the end of the West Winds.
Oh.
But this River of Souls was blocked
Ooh.
by Pollux's fall.
The beavers put up a big old corpse.
That's right. That's why it's imperative that I bring the dragon back to the mortal realm and make it soar the skies again. I have long since prepared my alchemical matrix in the tower. Although
And what
I'm
would
still
this
missing the most
critical
crucial
material
of all.
be?
That final ingredient, the final sacrifice, is none other than the girl who lives out her days with death.
Huh? What's going on? You didn't touch him, did you?
I know that I am no longer capable of carrying out that task. Take this All of you.
Thank you for trusting random people that
Fulfill that great
you
undertaking.
have no idea who they are with this.
This.
This?
Had been inebriated in Fagusa's feast for too long before we began to seek divine bestowed death, so that we could be freed from the winds
Doom.
of fate.
God, I love Doom. Ha.
However,
I want to play Doom so bad.
doom upon us.
Doom.
Instead of summoning a supreme god, we encountered a monster that cut
Did he do it
off
on
the river of
purpose? That's the
souls.
real question.
That detestable
Probably.
dragon Pollux denied all the dead from the gates of the nether realm.
Ah.
Unable
Not
to
the
rest
nether
in
realm.
peace, these departed spirits engulfed Styxia like a roaring tide. As a
Man.
result, my city and its people
That would suck,
no
right? These are the
longer
people
exist.
that like worshipped death, and they were like, "Oh yeah, death, so cool," and then death died, and then they couldn't die. That would
child
suck.
is the only person whom I managed to save. Born within the evil dragon's abdomen,
Oh,
she has possessed the talent of death since her birth. She must have been granted to us by the gods as a chance for us to atone for our sins.
atone.
Please, you must nurture
Oh,
her
it's
to
the
adulthood
lady.
and prevent her from experiencing all of the suffering that we went through.
I don't think that worked out very well.
I promise that I will care for her as a mother. That I will protect her from the evils of death.
By Fagusa above, thank you for your kindness. As her mother, please bless this child with a name before I am swept away by the River of Souls.
Why didn't you give her a
Please.
name?
Let me know how I should address her in my next life.
Cast rice.
Oh, like how a transient raven butterfly,
Uh,
a fleeting papilio castor, perches on the twig of death.
yeah, those words are all things.
That shall be her name.
Thank you, Death Lady.
That's where my name comes from?
Apparently. Wah!
The sound's back. What is making that ruckus?
We've heard that before?
Living ones, don't waste your time bickering. The Netherrealm's wrath is falling upon you.
I know, all the monsters.
Black Tide Creations. When did they... Miss, please fight them with caution.
What? You're not gonna
Careful
help
not
me?
to suffer the same fate as those Black Tide creatures.
I would never. We have Huahua on our side. She's
hide behind me.
invincible.
Hold everyone back, demon!
Thank you. And I'll give you what you need.
You've just got to expand your thinking.
Sink into insanity.
Keep hitting her, please. Ouchies. Ouch. Ouch.
Cover your ears!
Okay.
Get there.
All at once, the door to a whole new world.
We hit you.
Straight to the soul.
And then we
Curiosity.
win.
There's endless riddles, but the answer is nothing but a void. Away and take off together! Good!
Oh,
You've just got to expand your thinking. Glimpse the
good.
unknown for a moment,
Good waste.
and let it captivate you. There's
Oh,
so
no.
many of them. How are we holding up?
Well, I screwed up apparently. So great. Ow. That would hurt really bad.
Here I come. Ready or not.
As you can see, sink into insanity.
One of you should have 5 now at the very least. Which is good.
Underestimating a delivering one.
More damage! Everyone now does like 75% damage in total, I think. Corruption. Ah, ha, ha.
The door to a whole new world.
What's the matter?
I don't know. Boom, shotgun.
Straight to the soul.
No thank you.
Curiosity is endless.
Don't you do
riddles,
that.
But the answer is nothing but a void.
And
Just
bam.
got to expand your thinking. Raise barriers of the unknown and watch them crumble.
Our souls.
Another one? What are you doing to me, game? Wow, you guys have so much weakness. Holy crap. 2 of them in a row. I don't know, man.
For the feast of strife.
Oh,
Upon their triumphant return.
thank you.
You?
That's, yeah.
Lord Mighty?
Pun unintended.
Lord Mighty. You've been through some tough battles once again.
Once again.
That black tide is endless. My death is only temporary.
You seem like you're hurting.
I will find my path of return and go back to the world of the living and continue my protection.
Lord Mighty, I have always wanted to. Why does death reject you?
I'm the one resisting it.
Ah.
I must resist. The
Probably
temptation
hurts to
go
not
with
go
the
with the
flow.
flow.
I'll go against the current.
Kill my way out of death.
This cursed nether realm.
What a crazy line.
Is my destiny.
It seems like he's completely focused on resisting the temptation of the dead's whispers.
That would hurt.
He's working
Probably.
hard every minute to deny death. It seems
Every minute.
his battlefield is not limited to the world of the living. Lord Mighty, are you willing to travel with us?
Do I?
We're headed for the Matrix inside that tower to summon Thanatos from their prolonged concealment.
Thanatos. Challenge. Death.
That's right. If we can work together and defeat them, you won't have to be troubled by the curse of immortality any longer.
No, it doesn't seem like he's cursed with it now.
Let's
He
go
does appear
together.
like he is like
Asterisk. Let the person
actively-
who has brushed against death countless times.
fighting death. He's not
guide
like
you away.
Cass,
stuck.
are you sure you want to do this? The alchemist said he wanted you to be a sacrifice.
I'm not afraid. There's no reason for us to turn back anymore.
Also, I don't think we could.
Rather than standing still, taking action is by far the better option. Perhaps fate
You've been
might
hanging out with
take pity on
Jocha?
us today and show some compassion.
And she might. Sword. Fixed. teleportation. That seems unfair.
Oh.
Oh, I see a poozle. And we can go. Ooh, there it is. Grab it. Uppies. Up we go. Get back here, spear. I'ma get ya. Ha ha. Got it. And another one. If I swear to God. I knew it. That one. This was just not the spot. There was no way they weren't gonna just steal it from me. You know what? You seem to be actively getting further away every time. Like, I'll give you that at the very least. Last time, not so much. But all the other... This time, you got pretty far. If I didn't have the ability to control time, I don't think I would have gotten this chest, I gotta say.
Yeah, behold! A great work of old Bartholos. The huge raw pillar was pilfered from the bottomless depths of the sea. Then, to determine if it really held a crystal filled with magical power, the stone was lifted to the sky to split it open and peer inside.
Stop it, you're no Titan. So how much would that thing fetch? Stop playing games! Nah, how much would the thing fetch?
It's invaluable, assuming you can find a way to move it. Even if you just had some mountain dweller melted down, you'd still get a good amount of gold out of it. Fine, I was just spinning a tale. This is the Nether Realm after all, worlds apart from the mortal realm. Who knows what those things in the sky actually are? Though I must admit, the view is absolutely killer.
Yeah, it is. The big heckin' spine is sick.
Wait, did I just stumble into a deadly joke? Wait, I suppose there wouldn't be any living beings left to tell the tale with this killer on the loose.
Yeah, crazy dude. Whatever you say. Whatever. Onward. Is this gonna be one of the duff ones where I have to do the up and the down? Nope. Easy one. There. I thought there was a down. There is not a down. My chest. The feast is long ended. The song's long silenced. The evening bell tolls, and the drowned still drift, their faces mirrored in the stars above. Yes. Before you are rusted and broken chains, remnants of a path that once led to the tower.
This is going to be difficult.
It doesn't look like it.
I'm familiar with this kind of mechanism.
A broken one?
But I've never repaired broken chains.
I don't think you could.
If I was more powerful, I would be able to carry one person with each limb and fly the four of us to the other side.
I don't think that'd be a good idea. I'm pretty sure we'd be bumping Cass, and I don't think that would be good for anyone.
Recollection is here, but I can't find a miracle orb
Oh,
anywhere.
now it's hard.
So weird. Could it be in that collapsed tower in the distance?
Looks like it's,
That sounds so weird. Forget it. Just leave it to me.
thousands of hours training her. That was me. Get it, Mem?
Just shout for me when you need my help.
Why are you shouting? You're right in front of me.
Just leave it to me.
Leaving. Nice.
Mem did it.
The squirrel
Pink squirrel.
is very smart.
The miracle's range is limited. Please come a little closer.
Twin moons embrace.
Aren't I a good fit for Orynyx's priest?
I guess.
Of course. You're the most competent priest ever.
Don't compliment her too much. It'll go to her head.
The alchemical matrix
Actually,
should be
one
behind this
second.
door.
Oh, okay. I see ya. I thought it was gonna be a tricky and there was gonna be, like, stuff behind there. Okay. Trian?
Is that...
No. Money. Trian, hi.
Wow, there are so many of you!
Hi.
It's little Cass and little Gray.
Little D.
There's also little D and the big puppy! Trian? Aren't you... Get what? I'm getting even more confused.
They're dead. Not head.
This is the first time I've encountered a deceased friend while going upstream in the River of Souls.
To be fair, that's probably a good thing.
Really works like this.
Yeah.
Just like the other departed spirits we've encountered along the way. I'm also unable to sense the aura of the living on Lady Trian.
Yeah, she's kind of dead.
Yup, you're right. Trian already knows that she'll not be able to return to everyone's side.
Yeah.
But Trian believed that little Cass would eventually return to the Netherrealm. So, Trian has been standing here at this spot closest to the world of the living and waiting for little Cass.
Well, obviously this is not the closest spot to the world of living, but
Oh,
I love the sentiment.
it must have been very tough for you.
But according to what Trian said, we're almost at the entrance of the Netherrealm.
Oh, you're talking about okay.
Trian promised Trevi and Trinan that when little Cass got here, Trian would get the gift ready and be the first person to run over and welcome you.
You guys been talking?
Little Cass, don't cry. Please, accept this. We finally finished it.
Oh, it's so cute.
This is what Lady Treeby once mentioned.
Oh. That's so cute.
Gift for me that you didn't manage to finish.
Oh, the lion.
The Holy Maiden of Yanis. Even when separated by life and death,
Oh my god.
their thoughts are still
You can tell how smug frickin' Cypher is through her baby drawing. Oh my god.
Trian spent a lot of time drawing this. Trian hopes that little Cass likes it.
It's adorable.
Seriously? It's seriously a wonderful drawing. Lady Trian.
This is our flame chase journey.
Mighty, you can go.
Little Cass, we don't know what your journey was like before. Trevi has always said that it must have been a very harsh and frightening journey.
Don't get me started on that. That was
But little
insane.
Cass no longer has anything to fear now, because everyone is here with you in this flame chase journey.
Everyone.
That's right. Only now, when I see Lady Trian's gift, do I realize that I've already obtained so many things I would never have dared to dream of since I embarked on the flame chase journey.
Flame chase journey.
It's the first time I've gained so many companions. The first time I picked up the hobbies of crafting and
What?
photography.
You never ate
first time I
dinner
had
with
dinner
anyone
with someone
before
else.
this?
The first time I went to the market to buy the Chimera doll I'd liked for a very long time and hugged it to sleep. The first time I wore a dress personally made by Lady Aglaya. The first time I went for a walk with Lady Treeby, Lady Trian, and Lady Trina.
Didn't do anything with Don Hung.
The first time I enjoyed the night breeze and looked up at the stars with Miss Hyacin. The first time I took care of Dromasis with the Trailblazer.
Ah, it's gonna be really funny.
Looking back at all these experiences, I never
He didn't
thought
do
were possible.
anything with Dan Heng.
It
Ah,
feels as though the scales of my life had shrunk from
We're
centuries
special.
and decades down to minutes and seconds. And all of them are so precious. I took countless photos in the past, but they're all black and white landscapes. I don't have a single one with friends.
No, she's.
I mean, no, that's our photo. You don't have that one. That's our photo. Never mind.
If I had known, I would have taken more pictures.
Oh. And shall we take one now with the ghosts? Aren't I out of film?
Trian says yes! Trian likes little Cass and would love to take a picture with little Cass.
With little Cass. Mm-hmm.
Sadly, being departed souls, our images cannot be captured in the world of the living.
Ah, we'll know.
I thought so too.
We can always try.
Are we seriously going to leave any room for regret?
Ma'am, just back them up in time. Easy. They'll become living for a second, and then...
There won't be any regrets.
Oh, there will be so
This
many
vivid drawing
regrets.
surpasses any photograph from the world of the living.
That is pretty true. A drawing from the dead is...
Little Cass smiled. Treevee, Trinan, and Trian's wishes finally come true!
I've definitely smiled before,
I
Treevee.
remember you once said that fate is not the flowers that bloom at the end of the road, but where people tread beyond the gate. Now, the path that belongs to me is about to reach the end.
I don't know about the end, but
Thank
sure.
you for bringing me the final key.
You.
Gee. Little Cass, why are you talking in riddles all of a sudden?
She crazy
I
like
have a
that.
feeling that soon, this gift of yours will become the key to saving Mrs. Life.
Hi, Cypher.
Wow, that's amazing! Then keep smiling and carry on bravely!
What? Was she supposed to be there?
Little Cass, Little Gray, everyone, see you tomorrow!
That. With a blinding smile, Trian's golden form disappears. Oh, okay. She is
Lady
supposed to be
Trian.
there.
The aura of this place. We have indeed reached
She
the
does
end
look a
of the
little
stream of
silly.
souls. If I go any further, I might lose myself. I must leave now, for the black tide still wreaks havoc in the realm of the living.
It's okay. I'm pretty sure he wants to, but he can't.
I have broken free from the chains of death countless times. This time will be no different.
Okay, if you say so.
Castorus, will you fulfill your duty for the flame chase?
Oh yeah, he doesn't know that she's not on the
I
on the flame chase anymore.
have yet to make my decision, Lord Mighty.
No matter. Make the choice your heart desires.
1,000 years.
Even if it takes 1,000 years of waiting.
It's a long
I will
time.
continue to fight till I die. Then rise from death. Till the miracle descends.
Man. Talk about a bummer.
There is one more thing you should know, Lord Mighty.
What is it?
Professor Anaxa may have deduced the principles behind the Era Nova. You and I may be reincarnated as strife and death, in the next cycle, becoming calamities wreaking havoc upon the world.
I see.
I see.
Is that all? Are you going to accept such a fate without complaints?
Don't know what else you can really say to it.
Do you have a strategy to shatter the shackles of our fate?
I haven't found it yet. Perhaps I never will.
Man, I'm gonna become so cool.
Cease wasting your thoughts on futile matters. Control what little you can. And when fate's inescapable grasp comes, resist it with the strength of your mighty will.
Mighty. Mighty will.
Thank you, Lord Mighty. I will find the right decision.
Hopefully. She still looks like she has nothing going on in that head of hers.
In the name of strife, may you meet a fitting end.
You're just gonna stand over there like a creepo,
This
Cypher?
must be the alchemical matrix the spirit mentioned. Let's see. We need to insert Aquila's sky, Georios' earth, Kephales's fire, Fagusa's ocean, and Nestia's love.
It seems our sweet Princess Homebody has made up her mind.
Yeah.
In that case, seamstress, I suppose I no longer need to deliver your message. My time is rather precious after all.
Whether you wish to break free from death or not, please, follow your heart. By the promise you once made, I ask that you fulfill your duty one final time. Castoris, please, live as a human, and die as one.
According to that alchemist, the final piece is supposed to be me.
Yes, yes, yes.
However, he is not privy to the past, and therefore cannot see the full picture.
Okay.
The past?
I saw the twins of death in Kephales's memory, and now I am certain that I was one of them. The
Okay.
trial of the Hand of Shadow demanded taking the life of your family. I died during that trial, falling before the gate to the new world.
God demanded.
My sister, whom I never met, became the Titan Thanatos of this cycle.
Oof.
She was consumed with regret over my death, so she used the Titan's authority to reforge my soul. Yet,
Why
it
does
also
that
means she has never revealed herself to anyone,
mean that?
hidden away from the entire world.
Whatever.
That's because the Titan she became already fell at the start of everything. They died for me, and now lie in slumber in the River of Souls.
Pollux.
You mean Pollux?
That's right. The River of Souls is no material river. It cannot be
A
blocked by
divine
ordinary
corpse.
means. Only a divine corpse can prevent the dead from reaching the next world. And that's why we have to awaken Pollux from death before we can retrieve the core flame of death.
Resurrection is a little outside my
We
area
have
of
to reforge its body with
expertise.
the power of alchemy.
Way out far my expertise.
Cass, if that alchemist speaks the truth, does that mean you're also part of the dragon body?
According to those departed spirits, I was indeed born as the dragon's twin.
Okay.
But before we talk about that, have you heard the sighs?
I did when I was collecting the souls. You sighed many times. True.
No, not from me. The sounds that come from the memories when we were collecting the souls.
Is that what that was? Us touching the balls? Is that?
I heard heard them too. So what are those?
Yeah, size.
I think it's probably the sign of Pollux's wish being fulfilled.
Which
they must have
means
realized how heavy a price they'd need to pay when they used their divine authority to resurrect a dead woman. That's why they exerted every ounce of their strength to send me to Styxia, a city that called for death, a land where none is hostile to death.
I appear to have died. Am I still fine, or is my computer just wigging? Computer wigging.
They never saw their wish fulfilled and fell so prematurely, all because they wanted to give me a new life. Pollux must really want to know how their sister has been after giving their all to save her.
I mean, probably.
That wish is the reason Pollux's soul still lingers in the mortal realm, even after their fall. Quietly watching
Pollux is just like looking over the wall. Hey, how you doing? Oh, you shouldn't have done that one, but okay.
So instead of picking up objects on the way here,
we were instead showing things to a strand of yearning that lingers here.
Ah.
Now, we must weave these yearnings together and restore them into Pollux's complete soul.
So all those balls that we collected, what we're really doing is we're gonna make the ultimate ball.
But all of this is just a hypothesis, right? What if we go through with the ritual and it turns out totally different?
Then nothing.
That's fine.
That sucks.
As Professor Anaxa often reminds us, such is the nature of alchemy. The true outcome can only be known once the process is complete. This is why alchemy is also known as the miracle of creation.
So if we fail, we just lose our balls. That's it. Doesn't seem too big a price.
The puzzle of Pollux's yearnings is nearly complete, with only one final piece remaining.
Your head.
I shall reveal what they have been yearning to know in the alchemical matrix. I will show them my whole life since I left Styxia.
How will you manage
that?
that?
I've drawn a picture of my entire life, and it is now in my hands.
No, the picture is very cute. Is there a random cat lady outside this door? No. Wild cat lady is not here. Okay. Bug!
Pleasure to meet ya. You see this alchemical matrix? Said to contain immense magical power. You have to recite the spell correctly to activate it. Yep. One is all and all is one. Behold. Nothing? Well, hey, the preparations aren't complete yet.
Okay, Buggo. Okay. Let's see it.
Then, let the ritual begin.
Let it begin. The nest is love. Whoa. Particle effects.
And now, the objective is complete. That is all.
That is all.
Such
Continue.
is what Professor Anaxa always says after preparing for an alchemical ritual.
And now it is time to begin the show.
I shall lift you from the river of souls and reforge your soul.
No.
Perhaps you will be disturbed by this, and your body may become horrifying to behold.
Not the nicest thing to say to someone you haven't met before.
The trace of your soul remains, the soul that once ferried me to this side of the shore. Then please, look at me. I wish to thank you in person. I have obtained everything you sacrificed your divinity for.
Oh.
Lady Almanette.
Did she recognize you? Oh, she must be the first soul we can communicate with here, right?
I'm afraid she is just another spirit trapped here, like the rest of them. The only difference is that I was there when she died.
Yep.
Please, go on. listening. Are you about to tell the story of Styxia?
Yes. You're just as smart as I imagined, but...
Ugh, she's so tired.
Never mind. Now's not the time.
Why isn't it the time? It could totally be the time.
There's no need to worry, Elder. Take a look around you. You're already at the resting place of the dead.
Offline stream? What? No, I'm definitely online. I don't know what you're talking about.
The world of the dead. But how?
Cat brought us
I
here.
understand that you chose to remain silent about the story to protect Casterus, the girl who coexists with death. But you no longer need to hide that story. I can assure you that
I'm
you have
no
protected
longer the
that
same
girl's life
girl.
Well, in that case, let me begin.
Please.
Styxia, the pearl of the ocean, plagued by unwarranted calamity and ravaged by death in the fairy tale. It was the first city-state to shift their faith towards death, even before Idonia did.
Wasn't this where death started? So, I mean, I guess that makes sense.
Where you stand now, I suppose that's a bit hard to believe. Right?
No?
Indeed. I cannot imagine that those from the era Chrysia,
Oh, okay.
blessed with eternal
That's what we're
life,
saying.
could ever yearn for death.
Being immortal sucks. There is no particular upside to being immortal.
I have pondered the same question, child. But I am afraid there is no clear answer to it.
There's very much a clear answer. Being immortal sucks.
Journeys and epics are only glorious and magnificent because all things eventually fade to dust.
Quoting her own
That's
propaganda
how someone once
at her.
explained to me why death isn't necessary to the world. But I still can't take that as the final answer. Would a world without journeys and epics be worse off?
Probably.
I take it the one who spoke this line was a general, or perhaps a warrior.
An executioner.
I, however, did find some inspiration in these words. Would you like to hear my thoughts, Casterus?
Why not?
Please enlighten me, Lady Amunet. Though I have already made up my mind on how to handle the authority and core flame of death. Your words might truly guide me toward the path forward.
I already know what I'm doing, but convince me.
You and I are neither warriors nor generals. Therefore, journeys and epics cannot truly resonate with us.
Sure.
But what if I reframe it like this? What if love is not a trait bestowed upon mortals by Nestia, but a blessing from death?
I could believe it.
Love.
No one ever invented the word cherish in the era when life was eternal. For all the good things in the world can be revisited endlessly, and every bond formed carried no risk of being severed.
Wow.
The so-called era Chrysia was an age devoid of both virtue and sin. People did not truly live. They simply existed, going through the motions without passion or purpose, then waiting for something to happen. Perhaps the people
yeah, having
of Styxia
legitimately nothing but
chose
time
to
on your
embrace
hands.
death, not out of fascination with its cruel and fearsome side, but instead became fixated and obsessed with the impulses and desires tied to a finite existence.
Therefore, death is not a thing of fear and desperation, but...
That's right, Casterus. It is the reason we shed tears when parting ways, and also the original spark that ignited the passion of mortals.
The passion.
If you truly intend to deprive the world of death, then be prepared to witness it return to a state of stagnation.
Nothing will happen.
I understand, Lady Amunet. Our limited lifespan shapes all that we know and love. Not even the Death Titan has the right to take that away from humankind again. Nestia's love was the chrysalis of Gold's first blessing, but it most likely wasn't understood by mankind. We only learned to
One of the
interpret
gods was
this
useless until this
wonderful
other
gift
god
after
showed up and was
Thanatos'
like,
arrival.
yo.
If the world was bereft of death, then the Queen of Styxia wouldn't have played a midwife in delivering me into this world. You wouldn't have welcomed me into Idonia,
Probably not.
and Aglaia would never have invited me to join the Flame Chase journey.
I don't think you were invited. I'm pretty
None of
sure
these
the
stories would
people
ever
just
have
kind of were
happened.
like, you are now her problem. So
And I would never have lived, let alone found happiness.
nah, you would never would have found happiness, nor would I have lived. You were dead.
Thank you, Mother.
No. Up and down she goes.
I will use all the love I've experienced in this long life to complete the final miracle.
The final one.
My teacher,
Ooh.
Anaxagoras, grant me the wisdom of all things. I call upon thee, the stripped dead dragon's corpse.
Holy moly.
Rises from the earth, falls from the
You.
sky. As above, so below. This is the greatest power of all powers. Unstoppable in this world.
And we're gonna win.
Work that commands all death. I shall grant you in
Good
grace.
lord. Ew. God, what a disgusting creature. Wow. Ow. Oh, that doesn't sound good.
Is the girl who once saved my life truly gone? Or will you show yourself again once we eradicate this hatred and regret?
So that is yeah.
And they'll give you what
Non-fatal.
you need.
Good to know.
You've just got to expand your thinking.
Look, the show has begun.
With this divine power, I extract the world's purity to reforge all things.
Boom.
Bang! It's coming.
It's coming.
Ready, set. Fighting the west wind, away we go!
Okay, how you gonna screw me over, game?
I have nothing left to say. Straight to the
Ba,
soul.
ba, 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 ba.
Underestimating us will cost you.
Okay.
It's yours.
Is this gonna get me my ultimate? Ultimate?
Side amateurs. Fiends or devils. I'll crush them.
Ultimate.
Away and take off together! Good! Curiosity. Endless riddles. But the answer is nothing but a void.
I'll probably just wait one turn. I think it's fine. Ooh. That's cool.
I
Oh.
know you're anxious. Shh. Don't be afraid.
Bad. Bad news bears.
And they'll give you what you need.
Bang.
Sink into insanity.
Okay, wow, that
The door to a whole new world.
hurt.
Glimpse the unknown for a moment and let it captivate you.
Good thing I waited on that.
There's no more need to weep in grief. I will grant you peace.
I don't think it can weep. It doesn't have a face. Don't talk to me.
Yes, it's me. I'm back.
Bang.
Get there.
Oh yeah, you know we need to fight. Dumb question.
Look. With this divine power, I
Bang,
extract
bang,
the
bang,
world's
bang.
purity to reforge all things.
Away and take off together! Good!
Straight to the soul. Sink into insanity.
Ouch. This is gonna hurt. Oh god, the aromatic pain.
They may be moving by instinct, but there is fury welling up within them.
Oh, when I deal damage, what is that? When this target deals damage, decrease damage received by enemy target by 6%, restore HP. Is that different number for everyone? Yes. Weird. I like it a lot. That's a very interesting.
Endless riddles. But the answer is nothing
I don't
but a
think this will
void.
get me out of that state, right? It did indeed get me out of that state. But I don't think it matters.
Don't turn back to the Nether Realm.
The water's gonna get me. Whoa.
Oh, death. Sleep in peace.
Damn, just killed death. That was pretty cool. Pretty easy boss,
I'm sorry
but
I
cool.
have to wake you up from ancient death.
Quite rude, but you
I
know.
know you're anxious. Shh. Don't be afraid. Do you remember me? I'm the girl you once carried across the Sea of Souls.
She called you sister. I think she might remember.
I'm sorry I wasn't able to remember you. But with the help of many people, I was finally able to pick up these broken fragments of my past.
Hmm.
I'm back, Pollux.
Pull your head out, ostrich.
I know this might not be what you wanted. But I have to do this. So please, carry me across the Sea of Souls again and return me to the Netherrealm. just like you did in the past. Please take me to where the core flame of death rests.
You're nodding at an egg. I don't know what you're getting from it.
I'll be going now.
No, don't leave us. Not a big fan of being in an egg, I'm not gonna lie.
They may look scary, but as long...
Oh, my head. Feet.
What's wrong?
I'm done for.
Are you...
My?
What's wrong with her?
I mean, I'm dead.
Her time
Quite a
is
bit.
almost up. If I don't go now, I'm afraid her soul will return to Thanatos' embrace before me.
Isn't Thanatos dead? Won't my soul just end up right here?
Oh no! Is there anything we can do?
Don't worry. I promised I would ask Thanatos for the Trailblazers' right to roam the Earth again.
Oh, isn't that nice? Thank
Mem,
you.
Stay here and keep a close watch until I return.
Just
all
keep
right?
rewinding my time. Just, you know? Just keep going.
Alright. I'm the best at taking care of others.
Sure.
Come on, Cass. Make sure not to leave yourself with any regrets.
No regrets. No, no regrets. Take your time. I'll go too.
That's not funny.
I thought it was funny. Don't tell me what's funny and
It's a
what's
deal then.
not. This is my joke. My joke. Pfft. Ruining my fun. Mem over here. Pfft. What a loser.
Please.
Please. Begging. Begging on hands and knees. Show feet.
Wait for me.
I'm gonna wait. You got about an hour. Oh, you sit in your little dinghy, eager to hear my venture not with me into the vast sea, for perhaps without seeing me you will lose your way in the ocean. The ocean I cross has never been sailed by anyone.
After all that,
Thank you.
you still ended up back here.
Sister! Hi, sister. Oh, pretty. God, the broken moon.
So the legends were true. Another realm really is a sea of flowers.
Yes.
Yes,
Oh, sister. Sister. Sister.
just like the flower fields we tended to back then.
Hi, sister.
Is that you, Plixia?
Do you remember me?
Kinda.
I don't have the memories from that time, but I've seen you before during an experiment.
I see.
I see.
Call me Thanatos, then. It'll be easier.
She's completely lucid.
However, since you recognize the name, you must already know everything about Thanatos, right?
Just about, sis.
Yes. I'm here to reforge the order of life and death in Amphorius.
How's it going? Cool wheelchair. Just FYI.
You know, my sister was a sympathetic, but rather sensitive person. Whenever she didn't want to say what was on her mind, she would avoid eye contact and look
Currently
off
not
into the
looking.
distance.
No looking.
Just like what you are doing now.
Couldn't be me. Sorry. I'm not. That's not me,
Can you
sis.
tell me about the last Era Nova?
I mean, I'm sure she could.
What did you do, Polixia?
She became death.
Where should I begin?
Ah.
I suppose we can start from the beginning.
She has a cool voice.
A long, long time ago, there were a pair of like-minded twins.
The
As
successes.
foretold in the prophecy, they were chosen to be successors.
There's a
of
single
God of
tombstone
death.
in the background over there.
But fate was cruel. The price of attaining divinity was to take the life of a family member with our own hands.
Oh, that's Castrus's grave, isn't it? Ah.
That trial was
Oh, there's
indeed
two.
recorded in that memory.
Then you should already know that my sister voluntarily gave up her own life so that I could ascend as the demigod of death. But I couldn't accept that. Why did we have to kill each other for a future she'd never see herself? That's not fair.
Yeah, I mean, it seems a little
So,
E.
While weaving the laws of the new world, I shattered the forbidden bottom line for life and death.
The forbidden bottom. Oh my god, the forbidden bottom. They can't even get out of bed, that's how bottom
I
they are.
reshaped my sister's soul and took the form of the great dragon Pollux to carry her up the River of Souls and back into the mortal realm.
What's up with your weird columns?
But our fates were already decided and manifested in unexpected ways in response to my futile actions.
I'm alive. I mean, it looks like it worked.
Is an unbreakable law of nature laid upon humankind, created at the same time as death. When the
Determine
living
where
die,
they go.
their souls will meet Thanatos, who would determine where every soul goes. If the Reaper raises their left hand, the soul is granted death and allowed to enter the Netherrealm to await reincarnation. If they raise their right hand, the soul is rejected by the Netherrealm and returned to the mortal realm.
It's like Tinder.
To continue walking the earth.
Nope. Ah, yeah, that one. Yeah.
That's why the Hand of Shadow can only lay down judgment and not embrace another being.
Oh god, she's been using her right hand the whole time. Everyone's gone to not the place.
Yes. Death was originally a pair of hands, but they were split in twain when we reached the mortal realm, never to touch each other ever again. The half of Thanatos that represents life, the undying human who grants death, that was the curse I forced upon you.
Then, what about you?
As the half of Thanatos representing death, I shoulder the fate of defying death. I died the moment I entered the world of the living.
Ew.
From then on, my Titan also no longer existed in this world. The cycle of life and death stopped. Souls were denied their audience with death and were left stranded within an ever-rising river of the dead. What irony. My selfish desire to save your life gave you and the world a fate far worse than death instead.
Yeah, a little bit.
Then, what was left of my reason was left behind in the Netherrealm, where I've been taking care of these flowers day after day, until there is now a sea of them, all while mulling over the subject of life, death, parting, and enduring an endless loneliness.
Fate is absurd indeed. Our lives were a mirrored image of one another, like a pair of hands. Even so, we arrived at the same destination. We walked different paths, yet experienced the same pain.
I had hoped that maybe you would at least have a good life in this cycle. I'm sorry.
She had a good one.
I lived my life well. It didn't go to waste. As far as I'm concerned, you did nothing wrong.
Even though I forced the authority of granting death to humanity upon you, a total stranger.
Too many responsibilities were forced upon me in the course of this long journey. I was once lost.
That is an understatement.
But I realized recently that if it weren't for your blessing, I wouldn't have understood the source of these emotions, nor would I have realized my purpose.
You also wouldn't have had to have gone around and murdered people.
I wouldn't have made it here to reunite with my missing half. And we wouldn't be discussing our past.
That's a good point. This is a pretty damn pretty area.
I wouldn't have understood the meaning of our existence.
Do you do that, though?
The meaning of our existence.
The meaning. What might it be?
This sea of flowers blooms on dead land, because we sowed it with the seeds of our separation and watered it with our tears of loneliness. Yes.
How nice.
The only thing death is allowed to create are flowers that bloom from blood and tears. That's why Thanatos cannot create living beings at will. Nor can the hand of shadow determine a person's remaining days. Because the life and death of mortals should never be dictated by another's will.
Are you saying there's no point in Thanatos' existence?
No. No single being can bear the scales of life and death on their own. Not even a god.
That's why there's two.
Life and death weigh equally heavy. We both know that now, don't we?
You, too, must have had a difficult life.
Understatement, but yeah.
We've taken quite a ridiculous journey together, haven't we?
Oof.
I had a feeling, even back then, that we would meet again one day. Not to embrace one another after a long separation, but to come in search of retribution. Tell me the answer that's already been written, and let us draw this seemingly endless fate to a close. It's been far too long. I've waited here for centuries, watching day after day as desperate spirits are denied by this lonely wasteland. I always hoped I would see you among them. But I was also afraid of seeing you. I didn't know how I could possibly face you again.
It would be a toughie.
More than anything, I was afraid that you might have forgotten all about me.
No.
I know. But don't you see, Polixia? I made it back anyway.
I know. You brought me back to life and I died kind of again anyway.
You don't have to shoulder death's authority on your own anymore. It was always meant to be held in two hands anyway. So, let's give our core flame to her, and have her take it back to the mortal realm. Give humanity back their cycle of life
I get
and death.
2 core flames.
Our responsibility as Thanatos was never about picking out favorite souls. We were only meant to watch over life. Let's tend the field together and create a warm sea of flowers for all the souls to come. What do you think, Polixia?
Yes, just one last step.
Oh, that's a funny one.
You shall wither, and through that, the dead will sprout again from the remains, and be reborn with the dead flame. As foretold by the prophecy, Thanatos' authority is only destined for only one person to wield. As the Chrysos heir of death, as their demigod, as a titan, our fated moment has arrived once again.
Just like before.
Yes, just like before.
Oh, we're gonna see some sister murder.
Unlike that time, the ones undergoing the trial this time are prepared.
You've made up your mind?
Yes, as dictated by fate. But I won't be afraid, as long as you're here with me. Complete your trial in this life. Grant me the embrace of death, and light the spark of life ablaze. You've been tempered by life and death. I know you'll be able to give this wasteland its first breath of life. Like a raven butterfly, flying swiftly into the Netherrealm, perching on the twig of death.
The twig of death. Oh my god. What a terrifying weapon.
After this, I will remain permanently in the Netherrealm.
No, Castras.
River of souls shall return here and rain down from the sky, scattering souls across the earth. The cycle of life and death will flow once again. The sea of flowers you sowed shall bear countless joyous or sorrowful souls and bloom evermore.
Castras.
Thank you. Just one last thing. Can you grant me one wish?
Of course. What is it?
Please, don't forget me.
I promise you. When we meet in the next world, even if I have endured another reincarnation, even if we do not know each other's names, I will still hold you tightly in my arms. Just like what I did when we were born.
Casterus. Casterus. You're as beautiful as a fleeting butterfly.
What good sisters. Time to go to the nursing home.
I will bring rest to death. And from now on, stagnant life will once again flow.
Castras.
Time flies. In the blink of an eye, the 15th entry hour is already at hand.
That's when he does.
When this farce is over, your soul will be placed on the scales of life and death. Are you ready?
No need to ask so many times. Of course I am.
Then why do you drag your feet? Is your fear of crowds holding you back again?
Yeah, there might be a drama.
I simply find them too noisy. Paying attention to conceited fools like them would be an utter waste of my time.
Yeah.
Such harsh words. As I see it, you are no less arrogant than they are.
I couldn't agree more.
Oh. I did not expect to hear that from you.
Me neither.
Are you not going to refute me?
Never, apparently.
I know myself better than you think I do. At the very least, better than a stowaway like you.
And they say men whose ends are nigh have but kind words. Well, that is exactly why I chose you.
'Cause he's mean?
Should I thank you for the compliment?
The hour of the trial has come. Do you have an answer for me? And how will you prove the veracity of your argument?
I suppose there is no point in putting this off any longer. Do you recall where we stopped the last time?
Carefully?
You were saying that Amphorius's history
the
is
circle.
cyclical.
Yes.
Indeed. The demigods that bear the core flames eventually become the new titans at the world's end. Remember what happened on the Holy Mountain? Calypso, Naias. As their destined ends approached, one by one they left this world, leaving only the twins, who are fated to succeed death. Unfortunately, while their journey is consistent with ours, you and Calypso, as well as Nicator and Naias, act as supporting evidence. I can only come up with a rough sketch for my theory of a cyclical history. For all the pains I took to reach this point, I had already lost hope of ever obtaining definitive proof. After all, the past is in the past. Proving that we are the legacies of heroes of the past is a hopeless endeavor. That is, until I met a girl named Polixia and her sister.
Castrise.
If Castoris was truly sent from the past to the present for the Titan's self-serving reasons, then having lived through 2 cycles, and with Styxia as the pivot, she will no doubt be the link to connect all of this together.
But she's not coming
if the
back.
Twins of Death can bridge 2 cycles to reunite at the shores of the Sea of Souls, then my hypothesis will no longer be just a hypothesis. And you too will get the answer to your question.
But she's not gonna.
Well, that is all well and good, but how can you be so sure? If there is even the slightest error
Girl
in your
would be
hypothesis,
shattered.
the girl will be shattered.
Owie.
It matters not. The most important quality a scholar must possess is foolhardiness. If
Gumption.
you are overly cautious, then you'll never have the gumption to make the first step, and change will never come.
Never.
Besides, I, Anaxagoras, am destined to overturn this farcical world.
Okay,
Come,
Mr. Confident.
Let us go and teach those pathetic worms one final lesson.
Oh yeah. Worms. Dream bubbles. Oh, that thing. Again? I guess we can use this. We'll use yours. I don't know about it. Oop. Gun. Let's see. Aye.
So they are leaving
I
the
know.
final debate to him.
Well, yeah, he's a human.
Let those Chrysos heirs who started this terrible war hear you. Let them hear the voices of the people.
As always, that woman knows how to stir up a crowd.
Professor Anaxa, I thought you'd pass on this.
Everyone must cast their vote. Or this assembly would serve no purpose.
Prof, do you truly think it's wise to entrust the fate of the world to an assembly like this?
Akuma has stood strong under this system for 1,000 years. It stands to reason that there is purpose in its existence.
Yeah, fair enough.
That is not what you're asking, is it? What you really want to know is Aglaya making the right decision in entrusting the fate of the world to you?
Nothing ever escapes you.
That would be a real tough question.
All those years teaching you for nothing. Most people only take 4 years to graduate, if I recall.
To tell the truth, I feel like I'm on my way to an execution chamber instead of a podium.
I feel it.
So, do you have an answer to that question?
No, I don't.
I thought so.
Because that question is not yours to ask in the first place. Is Aglaya entrusting the world to you the right decision? Don't make me laugh. That is a question that woman must answer herself. Why are you fretting about this on her behalf? Or have you been seeing yourself as her pawn all this time? Listen up. I'll say this only once. Flip your perspective around and ask yourself this instead. What should I do to ensure that the world doesn't stray from the correct path? That is what you should be thinking about.
You ever thought about doing, like, commemorative speeches?
You still have time, so give it some thought. Oh, and don't bother telling me the answer. Tell it to those begging for salvation from the gods.
Got it.
Okay.
Thank you, Professor Anaxa.
You're welcome, Finon.
That's Anaxagoras to you.
Who will you be voting for?
That'll depend on how well you perform. May Cersei safeguard your thoughts.
Oh my god. Cersei's. Bang! Get fucked. Lord Naxa, you're finally here. The last speaker for the assembly will be taking the stage soon. The resolution will be passed after that. Lord Kindness has reserved a special seat for you. Shall I show you to it? Lead the way. Alright, this way, please.
Elders and citizens, silence.
True.
As the Theoros,
The Theoros.
Finan of Ides Elysiae.
Virtuous.
Citizen of Akuma, and the last speaker of the assembly.
Much obliged.
The yapper guy.
I remember him. He's the penniless lad working for Aglaya.
What a good description.
Lady Goldweaver? Why is she sending this guy to give the last speech? Is this really the end of the Flame Chase journey?
Can this dude really face down Kindness?
Carefully above. Dear citizens of Akuma, as you look upon me, so too do I see you. I see your fear and misgivings, your apprehension about the discord between the Chrysos heirs and the Council of Elders, and your uneasiness about the future of the Holy City.
No, thank you.
Yet, before you contemplate something as grand as the fate of the world, I ask that you look closer. Look beyond the horizon illuminated by Kefali, at the crisis threatening to overwhelm us.
What?
What?
Ides Elysiae, my beloved hometown, is a village forgotten by time. It is a place with the most invigorating breeze and wheat fields that spread all the way to the sea. I once thought that there I would enjoy a lifetime of peace and quiet with my friends and family. How I wish I could invite all of you to that paradise, far from the noise and chatter of the world. Alas, I can't. Because she, and all that she nurtured, all that I loved, they have long been devoured by the Black Tide. My beloved home is no more. I will never forget the day the Black Tide struck. My father, Hieronymus, fought with a broken sword to his last breath to protect his child. My mother, Aldada, she was ripped apart by monsters. Also, I might live to stand before you here and now. Galba, he was a hunter. But in the end, those arms that once drew a bow instead embraced Piso, his beloved son, as they both breathed their last. Pythias, the teacher, risked her life to save her students, but a burning beam fell on her, crushing her. And what of Livia, her daughter? Did she make it out alive?
Ironic.
She didn't. Livia, Piso, and so many other children. My childhood friends. They were all swallowed by the Black Tide and turned into monsters. They kept saying the same thing over and over. Even up until the final moment, I finally steeled my heart and granted them eternal peace with my sword. Why, Fine? Aren't we the best of friends?
That's rough, buddy.
That is the Black Tide. A looming threat that can bring Akuma to its knees any time. Kindness may have promised that with the 3 Titans of Calamity Con, Akuma will return to an era Chrysia once more, but much as it pains me, I must disappoint you. While the demigod of strife has done everything in his power to hold them back, they are still coming.
Coming?
By now, the name of that black-robed swordmaster, the Flame Reaper, has likely echoed throughout the city already. The roaring thunder is a message from the strife demigod. The Flame Reaper has risen from death, and they hunger for the core flames of the gods.
Lies! If such a powerful enemy is indeed approaching, why is Akuma still a picture of peace?
Exactly! The city of Akuma shows no signs of pandemonium or chaos. And why is that? I beg you, spare a moment to think about this. Are we able to stand here and hold this assembly in peace today because the danger has passed? No! This peace we enjoy is no gift of fate. We are able to stand here today only because the Chrysos heirs have stepped up and shielded Akuma from calamity. With her golden threads, Aglaia has preserved and continues to preserve these idyllic days that all of you hold dear. The Council of Elders claims that Aglaia will one day forsake the people because her divinity is eroding her body and soul. But ask yourselves this. Rather than offering her aid and support, why do they choose to watch and push Akuma away from the Flame Chase journey? The answer that no one can bring themselves to speak of. A truth stained in blood and buried in greed, fear, and vanity. Allow me to lay it bare before you. It is because the Council of Elders, which bears Akuma's history and honor,
along with this citizens' assembly we once took so much pride in, are now infested with vermin.
You insolent whelp! How dare you!
It is true that Aglaya has reached her limit. Why? Because she has been working tirelessly to weave the defenses of our holy city against the encroaching evil. All while these vermin are making up baseless accusations about her and scheming in the shadows. Not once has she ever failed Akuma. Yet these vermin attempt to tear her apart, tarnishing her name with unfounded allegations. She may have been blessed by divinity, but hasn't her heart always stayed true to humanity? They attempt to mislead you and reduce this assembly to a crude standoff between gods and humans, but citizens of Akuma. Once more, I implore you to open your eyes and look at those around you. Examine them closely. Beneath all that finery, do you see the good heart of a human or the poisonous glands of a pest? Make your judgment, then turn your gaze to the demigods whom so many of you regard as cold and merciless. Do you not see the light of humanity in them? And those who wear the mask of humanity yet utter only hurtful, slanderous words. Can you not see that their souls have been corrupted by power? Yet, no matter what your answer is, and no matter who your vote goes to, rest assured that you have nothing to fear. For Aglaya, Tribios, and I will remain your faithful guardians and pledge our lives to upholding your decision. And this vow will stay true until the end of our days, where it will be passed on to future flame chasers. A steadfast and unwavering promise that shall endure through the ages.
Oh, the ages. Ah, too many words. In an uproar, representative leaders from different cities in Akuma throw pieces of pottery into the Dolium.
At the present time, on the scales of Talenton, those who call for the continuation of the Flame Chase journey, and those who demand its suspension. Each faction holds an equal share of votes, resulting in a perfect balance.
That is why I must hold my titties with my second pair of hands.
As expected, this is the moment when the Flame Chase journey is the closest to its end.
And now, it's your turn to vote, Lord Anaxagoras.
Is there anyone else who hasn't voted?
No, you're the last. Cast your vote with care, for your decision will break this impasse.
I have long since made a decision.
Very well. May you bring much needed change to this farcical world.
The last vote.
Always the performer.
What's up, Aglaya? Heh. Gonna freaking heh at me? That's all you gotta say? Heh. Think you're funny, don't ya?
You've done well, Finan. Given the circumstances, delivering a rousing speech to stir up emotions was a prudent move.
It's a pretty good one.
Thank you all for your patience. On behalf of the 7 sages of the Grove of Epiphany and the scholars of Amphorius, I, Anaxagoras, am ready to cast my vote. But before that, in the interest of fairness, Lady Goldweaver,
Gold
I pose a
Weaver.
question to you before all who are gathered here. Will you, as Finan has promised, stand by the decision made in the assembly, regardless of outcome?
In the interest of fairness, I make no promises, lest it should influence your decision.
Very well. I thank you for your honesty.
Dot, dot, dot. The spooky dots.
What's he doing?
The stakes are high. Let's be patient.
Come. Hold.
Cut the act! Who do you think you are wasting our time like this?
Lord Anaxa, please do not forget that I...
Rule number 1. Do not call me Anaxa. Rule number 2. Never interrupt me. Silence is golden.
Yeah, we hear ya. Anger.
Just vote already. What are you waiting for?
Your vote. Cast your vote. Cast.
I cannot help but wonder, is every hardship in the world something you will exploit and use to your advantage?
It's a good plan.
How else am I supposed to make use of this situation where my body and soul are separated? Oh, Circes. Or should I say Calypso? Accompany me on this final journey.
Sure.
Let us journey to the Netherrealm and see how she will substantiate the answer to your question and validate my decision. We need only to follow the sound of the tides. You are...
Well done, child. Just as I foresaw.
He has. He's wait till gods. He's squished.
What a twist of fate. A blasphemer raised in the doctrines of the Venerationists. It's like a foal kicking its mother in the belly after taking all her milk.
That is quite a rude thing to do.
Respect you immensely, sir. But
you cherish the truth even more. So, child, do not be troubled by the criticisms I have borne. Do not let those voices hinder you as you forge ahead. As the sage of the Venerationists, I am duty-bound to oppose you. But as your friend and mentor,
Full name.
Anaxagoras,
Full name.
I say.
What does he say? Follow your heart, for you will never be steered wrong.
Go forth, for the truth is already in your hands.
Pretty close.
I will keep that in mind.
Oh, yeah.
Go now, child. Your lonely pursuit is about to welcome a new chapter.
A new chapter.
And when you reach the end of this journey, may we meet again with the truth before us.
You have my word, sir. May Circes safeguard your thoughts.
May Circes safeguard your thoughts.
And a Merry Christmas to all.
You are right, Empedocles. My lonely pursuit is about to welcome a new chapter. I must be on my way now.
I have to go talk with Death.
We meet again with the truth before us, Empedocles.
What are you waiting for? Just cast your vote.
Silence! Silence, everyone!
Behold, Xerxes, here at the center of the world, I shall write the final step of my proof.
What you gonna do?
For this place is but one step away from the truth.
What are you gonna do? Ooh, cutscene. What's up? Yeah.
Professor, I completed the proof you wanted.
Ooh.
Thank you, Castorus.
The answer is plain as day. My vote goes to the Flame Chase Journey and nothing else.
Elder Kindness, I have deciphered the truth of this world.
With talent shattered, the result is clear. By carefully and Talentin above, as the Theoros, I have observed.
I have observed.
No! Lygus, you can't! Onyxa, what have you done? Have you lost your mind? I hope you are prepared for the harsh punishment awaiting you. Mark my words, I will make sure that clever head of yours never forgets the price of betrayal.
Have you forgotten? I told you that happens to be one of my rare talents.
You put on such a grand performance, just to aid their preposterous flame chase journey?
Performance? No, you are quite mistaken. I may be paranoid by nature, but I've always been known for my honesty. If you really understood me, Lady Kindness, you'd realize that I never had any interest in your pathetic little game of politics.
He's been on his own side for the whole thing.
Points. They are jokes in my eyes. I have never once switched sides. Because I, and I alone, am the truth.
Lady Kindness, with all the citizens here as witnesses, we should honor the spirit of democracy and respect the decision of this assembly. I have observed that Akama has chosen her destiny. This citizens' assembly has resolved to continue the Flame Chase journey. This resolution
the Wall of
shall
Heroes.
be put up on the Wall of Heroes, such that all citizens are aware of the city's way forward.
You!
It seems not everyone is ready for the assembly to end. Very well. Let me entertain you for a little longer. By your leave, Lord Lygus.
Interesting. Elders and citizens, your attention, please. Stay for a moment more, if you will. Anaxagoras of the Grove of Epiphany has an announcement for the assembly.
What is this performer up to now?
I couldn't tell you.
Just moments ago, all of you made a decision on the fate of Amphorius. As a supporter of the Flame Chase journey, it pleases me to see the choice you have made. But I regret to say that I still harbor doubts about this outcome. Thus, I hereby challenge this resolution. Tell me, who among you dare swear to Kefali's name that Era Nova will truly welcome the fairy tale ending that the Chrysos heirs have promised? A beautiful new world free of calamity and madness?
Nonsense! That's impossible! What is he getting at? Of course he...
No one? Must I pick somebody to answer? Very well. You, the one acting so wise and profound, in front of all present here, do you dare swear that it will happen for sure? No? Fine. Next. You, the one with ignorance written all over your face. Yes, you.
Do you dare swear by it in front of the Titan?
What are you trying to do?
Useless. Your turn, then. With that smug look of yours, you must be confident that the Flame Chase journey is the best course to take, right?
Hey! Mind your tongue!
So, no one? I see. In that case, Finan, answer me this.
I think he's pretty
Your
confident.
speech was filled with such passion just now. How confident, then, are you in making this promise?
Professor, what are you doing?
Let him continue with his performance.
That's his name.
Will you look at that? Even Finan and Aglaya lack the courage to make such a promise. And what's even more absurd is that no one but I can promise you this new world. And yet, the Assembly passed the resolution anyway. But you needn't worry, because I knew better than to trust you good-for-nothings. That is precisely why I am here today. To give you one final lecture.
One final.
Now listen up and listen well. I, Anaxagoras of the Grove of Epiphany, hereby declare everything that the Flame Chase journey promises is true. Finan of Ides Elysiae, the prophesied demigod who shall succeed Kefali.
Well, as whoa.
Every one of us in the new world with his complete, intact memories.
What?
The core flame-bearing titans were the Chrysos heirs of yesterday, and the Chrysos heirs who carry the core flames today will become the titans of tomorrow. All of our souls shall endure for eternity in the miracle of the World-Bearer. And all under Kefali's protection shall step into that new world.
'Cause it's a circle.
This is your blasphemy!
What? Are you saying that we must bow down to you and worship you even in our next lives? Enough, you blasphemous imbecile! How dare you try to deceive us with all these lies and falsehoods? How can you prove?
I told you, don't interrupt me. But since you've asked, I shall be kind and indulge you. My statements are based on my experiments on the divine body of Kefali themselves. You heard me correctly, everyone. With the tacit approval of Kindness and the Council of Elders, I fused my soul with the god through alchemy and learned the truth behind Era Nova.
What is he talking about? Isn't that pure blasphemy?
I, the vile, wretched blasphemer, deserve nothing less than death for my sins. And the Council of Elders, which granted me consent and aided in committing this atrocity, should face punishment alongside me.
By the gods, even Kindness has betrayed Akuma.
Actually, after her yelling about him, about the betrayal thing, I really feel like this shouldn't come as too much a surprise, guys.
I had no knowledge of his transgressions. He did that on his own. The Council of Elders bears no responsibility for his actions. Lord Lygus, as the esteemed Theoros, are you going to simply stand by and allow the Council of Elders to be dragged through the mud?
If the accusation is true, I will acknowledge it. If not, my conscience stands unburdened. Lady Kindness, the reputation of the Council of Elders was not built in a day, nor will it be shattered overnight. Repercussions await those who fool the people, and punishment must be meted out on those who abandon their vows. We should respect this beautiful city and her people.
Good point.
You.
Lady Aglaya, the Gold Weaver, I humbly ask that you take on the responsibility of overseeing this judgment in the name of the fairness of Talantin and the justice of Kefali. Considering the circumstances, and in accordance with Akima's codex as the only demigod among us, you shall rightfully wield this authority.
The honor is mine to bear.
How is this permitted? Somebody do something.
Elders and citizens, silence, if you please. Anaxagoras of the Grove of Epiphany has made his statement clear. As per Akima's codex, I request all present citizens to stand with me in exercising the right of judgment.
The right of
First,
judgment?
Elder Kainis of Akima and Lygus the Theoros stand accused of neglecting their duties and abusing the law, leading to the egregious blasphemy against a god. In the names of Talantin and Kefali, Akima is to form a committee before the 7th Action Hour to conduct an investigation and disclose the findings to the public for subsequent judgment.
That's what we deserve!
Yeah. Another assembly.
Curse you. Now, concerning Anaxagoras of the Grove of Epiphany, he has confessed to grave blasphemy against Kefali. In the names of Talantin and Kefali, the accused must be allowed to hear the people's voice prior to the execution, for a chance at a reduced sentence and possible pardon.
Professor.
Man, there's a lot of letting him die. Let him die! Let him die! Let him
What
decide!
decision will you make, Lady Goldweaver?
Enough with the hesitation, Aglaya. This is not like you.
Let him die!
Then, in light of the people's voice, O Talantin on high, may you bring death upon him.
Ooh. Fanatic cheering. They're real excited about this. That's me! Oh, this isn't gonna be very happy, I have to say. I'm dead! I'm dead! A sea of flowers? What is this place? Castris, no! No!
Allow me to reintroduce myself. I bore the name of Castris while walking among the mortals. And now, I stand as the demigod of death, the living side of Thanatos.
Living side.
Welcome to my realm, where the west wind ends.
It's real pretty, I have to say. Good job. My character arc is finally done!
You're still as energetic as always. Did you know? Every flower here was planted by Thanatos himself. These flowers were originally both lifeless and immortal.
Lifeless
But in the first dream brought by the River of Souls, they were given new life, flourishing as the bearers of countless souls.
Don't step on them. Got it.
It is my duty as the master of death to tend to their well-being and foster their growth in this serene haven.
Makes sense.
Similar to the structured cycle of life and death in the mortal world, these flowers too shall wither and fade, returning to the earth and then ascending to the sky with mist and tides. Eventually, they will descend to the mortal land as gentle rain. Every soul undergoes the perpetual cycle of reincarnation, albeit in varied forms, until the world meets its end.
Yeah, and then we have a circle and it happens again.
Sadly, there's no time left for Amphorius to wait for when the flowers bloom again.
Oh, the circle is upon us.
No. Death is the power at my fingertips. It once led the souls of the deceased here, but I shall open the gate of the Netherworld and return you to the realm of the living.
Oh, but I don't want to go without you.
Please, take the core flame of death with you and complete the flame chase journey. Do not let our work thus far be in vain.
Everyone's gone.
Just like the other demigods, I will stay here and embrace my destiny.
Castris.
That being said, it is not easy to guide a lost soul back to the mortal realm. The whispers of death are sweet and alluring. If your determination wavers, you will succumb and be forever ensnared by the Netherworld's grasp.
I've got determination.
Please consider this a one-time exception. I will do everything in my power for the flame chase journey. And for your life, the only life I can save.
Oh, I'll do my best.
I am glad to hear that.
Goodbye, soldier. You were a real one.
Over here.
March 7th is dead? Keep moving forward and don't look back. Keep going, the Express is right here for you.
I believe in you.
Thank you, Welt. Love you. What's this?
Please, I beg you.
Kafka. Kafka! Hey, Kafka. One day our paths will... Aww.
Lift your chin up high and step forward with us toward tomorrow.
Aw, that's cute.
That's right. Keep your eyes on the dawn.
Ah, that was when we touched fingers. That was wild.
Onward. Show me your courage.
Was almighty. You be resisting death, I see.
Partner, we shall become heroes together.
Ooh, there was one more, but I missed it. Oh, Castris. Oh, poor girl. Oh my god. Thank you, Castris. Yeah. Since I've already made it to the end, maybe I can have one last glance at the Sea of Flowers. Acheron? Fear not, as a touch of red will be awaiting you at the end of the path. It'll guide you and illuminate the way out. By doing so, you'll eventually reunite in the warmth of the sunlight. Acheron? Ouch! What in the world? Memories.
All of this is proof that you once lived.
Mem?
Your soul, your memories, the years you've journeyed through, and the path they revealed, leading you back home. So, Continue onward. Do not stop moving forward, and do not let her sacrifice and the support of all who have stood by you be in vain. Over here, friend!
Mom! Hi.
Take my hand. Let's go home.
You have paws. I can't take your hand. I'm sorry, sweetie. Ah, goodbye, Netherrealm. Let the trailblazing continue. And is that the end? Not quite. I'm back.
At last. I knew you could do it.
Oh.
Your soul is still perfectly whole. As if some kind of force is trying its best to keep it together. Is it Ornyx's final blessing? Or is it a miracle of your own?
Fully something remember.
It's truly incredible.
Man, look at my soul. It does not look very whole, I have to say.
So hard to describe. Perhaps it is fate, once again fulfilling its own design. Or perhaps it is the laws from beyond the sky, so familiar to you, that intertwined our fates long ago.
Paths, oh my god!
It seems that this is a riddle which cannot be solved anytime soon.
They're gonna make me cry, baby girl.
The sensation of becoming a demigod is truly wondrous. It's as if the river of souls is winding its way through the depths of my spirit, transforming with each breath into a fine rain that nourishes the world. Do you recall that prophecy? At the end of the Sea of Flowers, the souls of the living shall walk.
Oh, it was talking about us.
And after an embrace,
there
shall be eternal separation. I promised you that I would do everything in my power to give it another meaning. Now, as I stand as a demigod and destiny draws to a close, I can finally end it in a way that is as beautiful as it deserves. The wish I once sought, but could never grasp, is now within reach. In this brand new world, every blooming life will lift its arms in celebration and recount the profound meaning of this very instant. Every embrace we share will never again be an ice-cold loss. They will radiate with an intense warmth, sowing love far and wide throughout the land.
Aw, so we can hug? No.
The other shore is very cold.
Pollux! How we doing? Gashras!
May I borrow your warmth? One last time.
Oh my god!
Thank you for fulfilling this wish of mine.
Hug!
The place I'll be going to is what humans call the Land of Sorrows.
Oh my god.
But with this heartbeat and the residual heat of this embrace, I shall turn the Netherrealm into a gentle place of rest.
And the circle continues. Oh, Castris, no. Have fun with Dragon Buddy.
This embrace may be brief, but it's the proof that I once lived.
Oh.
Farewell, then. May we reunite in the new world.
May we. Presently in Akuma. Just a little bit more, just a little bit more.
That grand and absurd performance was what you've been seeking your whole life?
Your whole life?
I gave up everything in search of truth. And it culminated in this very moment. You, on the other hand, performed as I expected. You did not hesitate when you saw the chance to attain power. It's as if you...
Crave power, like a fly craves rot.
Those are your words, not mine.
Yeah.
But what you said at the end, did you already know what I had planned for Thainan?
I may have lost an eye, but my vision is clearer than anyone else. You've nearly exhausted your humanity.
No more manity.
You're no different from my current state as a walking corpse.
This is just like Dark Souls when you go hollow.
True. I've long since burned to ash over the past 1,000 years. Only he is capable of unleashing
Aquila.
a raging fire that rivals our final great enemy. Aquila.
Oh, sky
So,
person.
This is our last chance. How about we let go of the bad blood between us? May I resonate with your core flame, Aglaya?
Please do.
That's impossible. To persist with your soul thinned to such an extent. You're insane.
Just as you fight to lug your corpse onward to complete your unfinished goals, I have my own reasons for doing this.
She's hung together with her own threads.
Until Thainan grows into his position as the prophesied leader, I must continue to lead everyone on the flame chase journey. I must keep inching forward, even if only as an empty shell.
Ooh.
I've long predicted this was the case, but I didn't think you'd already lost so much. How ironic. We would have avoided so many misunderstandings if you and I had just spoken this candidly before. But casting aside our ideological differences, there is one thing you
Only
and I
one.
agree on.
Only one.
Thainan.
He's a good guy.
Yes. He was born to be a hero. He understands the hearts of the people.
Bam,
And
throwing
I
shade.
can confidently say he is a far better leader than you. Only he is capable of fulfilling your mission. Sadly, he is a man cursed by Nestia. But
Cursed?
by my estimates, his horribly elaborate sense of style should not impede Aranova.
Congratulations are in order. We found common ground at the very end of our destined paths.
At the very
When you
end.
put it that way, it makes me want to take back what I said.
Aglaya, we're back.
Everyone! How are we?
Come welcome our great hero reborn from the ashes.
I'm not dead.
I hope he didn't hear your earlier assessment.
It wouldn't be the first time I criticized him. A man should be aware of his own shortcomings.
I trade Tribios. The core flame of death. That's the second to last one. Boop 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 boop. Okay, you can't start talking when I'm on top of the thing.
I don't see Castris among your number.
Nope. Sadly.
It looks like she not only helped me prove my theory, but helped you fulfill your mission as well.
Yeah, I'm no longer corpse. I believe she'll always be at our side.
I agree.
Yeah. Sad as it is.
She might not have been able to change her fate, but she still wrote the final verse of her epic herself.
Her epic.
Trinan, please recite the prophecy for us. Trailblazer, please surrender that scalding cool flame for us as well.
So who's gonna... Is she just gonna get it?
You
I don't understand
are
that.
the only life she ever saved by her own hand in her 1,000 years on this earth.
Am I just gonna have 2 core flames?
Noble task.
Let the ceremony begin. I'm double core flamed up, boy. Woo!
Oh gods who have returned, and gods who are still watching. Today, we bring you a soul laid bare.
My feet, they're wet.
The Hand of Shadow, Thanatos, remembered their name from the past. From daylight they came, and to their fragrant dwelling they returned.
Because of all the flowers.
Among your ranks. And there was one who joined hands with the Titan. A traveler risen from the dead, and reborn among mortal kind. She is the everlasting night, and shall now proclaim in her good name, O Majesty of the 12 Titans, pillars of the world. We seek your divinity to mend the rifts of the world. Fill our bodies with blood of gold, till we wither in willing service to the prophecy. Step forward, trailblazer from beyond the sky, and together with us, surrender the core
Trina.
flame and carve their star into the sky.
Into the sky. Goodbye, Castris. Goodbye. There 'tis but... Oh, there's 4. There's 3 more. Light up. There's Aquila.
A constellation for death.
For life and death, to be more precise.
Look, it's...
Hi, Castris. Hello. Oh, hello. Is that Castris?
No, it's only a divine echo. I think she's here for the trial.
I don't understand your gibber. Sorry, cut you off there a little bit.
What did she say?
That's the language of the Titans. Casterus... No. The Titan. They said... I have illuminated the cold shadow of death. Onwards. For your path to the future is bright and its flame eternal.
Almost like my doom. Three more.
Do not forget.
Oh, Cersei's is up there too, so there's only one.
She made quite a scene. I suppose it's my turn now.
I won't stop you.
Professor, you...
What's with that look? You were present. So, let's get this execution over with. We wouldn't want to bring shame to Akima's divine laws or keep me from creating a new world.
You never change, do you, Professor? I don't understand. If your theory is correct, you'll lose all memories of your past life once you become a Titan. So what's the point of becoming a god?
Of course there's a point. Even if I forget who I am, I'll still have my brilliant mind.
I may forget everything, but I will still be brilliant.
It goes without saying, I'll find a way to retrieve memories of my past life. Besides,
Damn, the Riz is immaculate here.
I still don't really understand what you said during the assembly. Even if it were true, things reforged from memory could never be the same as the original anyway.
Then allow me to tell you right now that you're wrong. What exactly are we? My answer is that the Chrysos heirs are the future Titans and vice versa. Of course, this answer only applies to us. So, what are we when it comes to regular mortals? The very essence of the world, our souls, are tiny invisible seeds that hold records of each person's memories of the world. And we are the buds that sprout from these seeds to grow into great trees.
Is that what New Sporism means?
Correct. Once our physical bodies are born, we become new extensions of the world. From there, we plant our seeds into someone's memories, and then scatter them into the hearts of countless people in the future. Just as seeds are affected by their environment, so too will our appearances differ across memories. But the partial memories we carry will always be the same, because that is just how the world is. To destroy our very existence, one must destroy the world itself. But we have someone who will still live on with his perfect memory. That person is you, child of Kefali. This is what it means to be the world-bearing Titan.
Whew.
So, carry everything of this world and live on. Don't disappoint those most precious to you. Don't disappoint Lady Goldweaver. And especially, don't bring dishonor to my theory.
Anaxa, I swear to you, I'll lead everyone to our reunion in the new world.
In the new world.
Good. That is all I have to say. Farewell, everyone. May we meet again in the next life.
Farewell, great performer. May Circes safeguard your thoughts.
Salute him in the same way. May Circes safeguard your thoughts.
Are you satisfied, Honorable Titan?
Very. I hereby swear I have borne witness. Anaxagoras of the New Sporists and the Grove of Epiphany has successfully overcome the trial of reason. Thus, I shall confer upon you these words. You shall transcend the peaks of purity and return to corruption and hardship.
Oh, so that's a god's prophecy. It sounds like you just rephrased my past, present, and future. Oh, Circes. Is that all you've got?
Well, you've already transcended the peaks of purity, and you were never the type to give me any leeway.
That is true.
But I do still have one question.
One singular.
I knew it. What is it? Maybe we're thinking of the same thing.
Maybe.
As you've so boldly stated, we and the world itself live on through the memories of others. If that is the case, whose memories did the very first New Spore sprout from?
How should I know?
Oh my.
But since we are both equally curious, we should allow the children of humanity who come after us to investigate in our stead.
suspicion to the new world with your soul!
And now, the objective is complete. That is all.
Damn. Executed himself.
Thankfully, she's still alive.
Yeah.
Was March 7th also in this condition when she was first rescued by the Express?
Her condition was very similar. It's just that at the time, the Express did not have a memo keeper who could diagnose her condition.
But she still woke up naturally. Looking on the bright side, that might happen this time as well.
When Marge awakened from the ice, her memories were completely wiped clean. I want to prepare for the worst and prevent something like that from happening again. Can you share with us your hypothesis?
I do not have conclusive evidence, but judging by her current condition, perhaps March 7th's memories have been hijacked.
Hijacked? Yeah.
Think about it, Miss Himiko. What will happen when someone loses their ability to remember?
They forget? I'm not a biologist, but I hear that there's a species of fish on Von Wax that has the memory span of less than a second. Forgets anything that occurs in its very next instance. Perhaps something similar will happen?
Unfortunately, short-term memory is an entirely different concept from the inability to remember. Perhaps it is difficult for you to imagine, but an individual who has lost their ability to remember turns into nothingness.
Oh, so March 7th is, poofing.
The belief of the Garden is that everything in this universe can be interpreted through memories. This is the driving force behind the continuance of this path.
Yeah.
The past is made up of memoria, while the future is a possibility that will eventually be converted to memoria. But the present, it doesn't really exist, and it's only an abstract expression.
Okay.
Therefore, when a person is affected by the path and loses their ability to remember, their physical form will also be affected.
Oh.
These ice crystals are a manifestation of that.
Miss Black Swan, there is one thing that I haven't looked into deeply until now. You've guided us to Amphorius, but refused to tell us your true intentions. Collecting memories is simply not a convincing answer.
Is Miss Himiko suspicious of me?
I mean no offense, I'm merely speculating. But I'd appreciate your honesty if possible.
In other words, now is the time for me to prove my innocence. That's not a problem, of course. The true reason behind my intentions is that Amphorius holds special significance. For some memo keepers of the Garden with extremist views, it is a perfect example.
Perfect example?
A world that can only be seen through the Garden's mirror means that memo keepers have the right to keep the world in their private collection. If those Pathstriders of Remembrance were to uncover the secrets of Amphorius first, they might unleash their wild ambitions and remodel more worlds into a similar form.
Oh. So, the reason you did everything you could to convince the Express to come to the Star Zone is just to uncover the secrets and foil the plans of those people.
I chose to remain quiet before, because I did not want to involve you in the Garden's internal conflicts.
Fair enough. Modeling a world is no easy feat. These extremists likely aren't just simple Pathstriders. Do they wield the power of Emanators?
You can be even bolder with your guesses. The people that I'm talking about, they aren't just individuals. They are an organization that has
attached to the
already
pinky finger
attached
of
itself
Fuli.
to the pinky finger of Fuli.
Could they be the ones who hijacked March 7th's memories?
I cannot be certain, but at the very least, they are capable of doing so.
That doesn't sound very good.
I am deeply sorry about what has happened to March 7th. But the deal that I propose still remains a fair one. Amphorius is still an excellent destination, and investigating further might allow us to uncover the truth behind the accident. Miss Himiko, the wisest choice right now is for us to continue cooperating.
What's wrong?
Let me take back a part of what I said just now, Miss Himiko. Although we indeed struck a deal, it seems like I have involved you in some unforeseen danger. Please accept my deepest apologies.
Has something changed?
It's Fuli. Their gaze has just swept across Amphorius.
Ah, that doesn't sound very good. Herta? I love Herta.
Oh, how interesting.
How interesting.
I never expected a mere memo snatcher to be actually hiding so much inside her head.
Yep.
What's even more interesting is that the word Amphorius has appeared in her subconscious.
Oh yeah?
This lady seems to be having fun. Is she usually like this?
It's hard to explain.
What are you two whispering about? Has it not occurred to you that I can hear everything clearly?
Please pardon me, Madam Herta. Would you mind sharing with us what you've discovered?
Would you?
The ones who need help are the Astral Express. You will have to put up with my methods, even if they are rather unconventional.
I submit.
Let's
Continue.
Get back to the topic. By using the fourth mirror, I rummaged through the brain of this memo snatcher and learned a good deal.
Nice.
Not only does this person know of Amphorius, but there are also many memo keepers who are interested in the place. I searched through her consciousness and found the following terms: the Eternal Land, the Rejected Land, and the private collection of the Garden of Recollection.
The private collection.
It seems like Miss Black Swan is indeed hiding some things from us.
Since I'm not able to find any useful clues from the outside, why don't I personally visit this mysterious Amphorius?
You're planning to head to Amphorius yourself?
Yes,
yeah.
But not in the flesh like you all foolishly did. See these Herta mirrors? With them, I can project my data spirit entity to any corner of the cosmos through spatial warps, without even needing to leave my room. But of course, these corners of the cosmos must be within the coverage zone of inter-astral peace communications. After all, this is collaborative technology.
I see. You do seem like the more indoor type.
Yep.
Although that star zone is not within the network of the IPC, the Express itself can serve as a signal station. Come, give me the astral chart coordinates. Then, sit back and enjoy the show.
Okay, I will. With the Herta. I never understood the hate towards the name the Herta.
All right, now that everything is ready,
It's pretty fitting.
mirrors, get to work.
Mirror, get to work. Oh yeah, baby.
First mirror, input the coordinates. You'll be in charge of the spatial warp.
Oh yeah, they all talk.
Madam Herta, the preparations are complete. I wish you a pleasant journey ahead.
I wish you a pleasant journey ahead.
Second mirror, prepare for the thought refraction. There's still some distance from the Astral Express to the Amphorius celestial body. You're in charge of sending me over. This time, raise the power to the maximum. Don't be stingy.
Oh, okay. I won't fail the mission, Madam Herta.
You better not.
Third mirror,
You'll be decommissioned.
you're in charge of generating the data spirit entity.
I'm happy to help, Madam Herta. What kind of appearance are you planning to use this time?
Good question. Let me think. Forget it. Just use my own appearance. There's no one there that'll recognize me anyway.
It's a good point. I'm there. I will know. What? Going back to the first one.
Preparation of the data spirit entity complete.
Okay.
Thought refraction at max power. Excellent. The first mirror. let's get going.
Have a safe trip, Madam Herta.
May your journey yield good results.
She's not really leaving.
Coordinates input complete. Preparing to activate spatial warp. Destination, unknown celestial body. Amphorius. Spatial warp countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Warp activated.
Wow, wow, wow. Now we're gone.
Oh, so that's Amphorius? Its appearance is, well, sure is unique.
It's an
Second
infinity
mirror.
sign.
Prepare for thought refraction. It's time to send me in.
Alright, please read the safety protocols carefully.
Can't you hurry up?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. You got it.
I didn't expect it to be so turbulent. I should have asked the second mirror to use slightly less power. What a magnificent sight.
That's me.
Is this the
Hi,
entrance
me.
to Amphorius? Let's see. Perhaps I'll be able to find a way in.
Perhaps. What's up?
What's this? A statue? It's ugly. I don't like it.
Okay. It's me. Hi, me.
Oh, I finally found your traces. How esteemed must you be for the great Herta to come out personally? When we return, get ready to become free labor for the simulated universe for the rest of your lives.
Hey, hey.
What's this? How creepy.
How creepy.
Oh, it moves? Who are you trying to scare?
Yeah.
It's either a projection or a fake. There doesn't seem to be much to take note of. Now then, how am I going to get into Amphorius?
Boop. Through this mirror.
My deepest apologies, esteemed lady.
Hello.
I'm afraid that you cannot proceed further.
Who's there?
Your visit, although not part of my calculations, is a pleasant surprise. It's a pity that the preparations are not yet in place to receive you with the hospitality that someone of your status deserves.
Status.
Are you not going to answer my question? Who are you?
I have many identities, and I'm going to have even more in the future. But if you just need a form of address, you can use my common alias, Lycurgus. Lygus.
All right, Lygus. But you can't possibly think that I'm just asking for a name, can you?
Regrettably, I do not have the authority to share more information. However, standards are always flexible. While not violating the ultimate agreement, I'm able to disclose this piece of information. As you thought, this is the entrance to Amphorius.
Okay.
Now, please, kindly turn back. Amphorius is not a world that you should be involved with, regardless of what kind of magnificent achievements you have accomplished. This place will not open its doors so easily.
You seem to understand me very well. Then you should know that I have no reason to listen to you.
Your reaction is completely within my calculations. Despite my long years as a watcher, it seems like my assessment of human
A
nature
beautiful
still remains
desire for
accurate.
knowledge.
From you, I'm able to sense a beautiful desire for knowledge. But my answer remains unchanged. Madam, it is with the utmost goodwill that I suggest you return to where you came from.
Let's assume for a second that I'm not so well-mannered, and that I insist on uncovering the secrets hidden behind you, Mr. Lygus. How do you plan to dispel this notion of mine?
Within the scope of the ultimate agreement, there are 178,244 logic chains at my disposal to convince you. After filtering through them, I have determined that I only require 3 to attain the results that I desire.
Oh? I'm all ears.
First, for reasons that cannot be disclosed, Amphorius is a completely isolated celestial body.
Okay.
Apart from me, no one else will be able to help you enter.
That's not a good argument.
Second, if your plan is, as you've alluded to previously, to force me into cooperating by showing hostility, do know that, just like you, I have basked in the gaze of the erudition. I stake my honor, and assure you that, in the worst case scenario, our mutual destruction will be inevitable.
Oh? No wonder I couldn't find a back door. When I did a scan of our surroundings, the safety protocols on you are comparable to Screwy's. How interesting.
I assume that you still wish to hear the 3rd logic chain?
A little bit.
Of course. Why wouldn't I?
3rd, even if you exhaust all your means and find a way to break through, you will surely give up once you understand the consequences of your actions. After all, throughout your long life, as much as you'd hate to admit, your conscience has played a crucial role.
What a brazen robot. You think that you can actually understand me through your paltry calculations? But since you put it that way, why don't you tell me what these consequences will be?
It concerns the 3rd path that is entangled with Amphorius. A path that you
The finality.
and your friends still very much lack understanding of. The destruction.
Ah.
So, if you ignore my warnings and persist in your ways, you will break the shackles of a Lord Ravager. And when that happens, their fury will engulf the cosmos.
Ah. Witch Mirror Reversal. And with that, the story is finished. She sank into a sea of flowers for Karma, and he turned to ash as the answer. The farewells experienced during your travels. Head to the book and write it down. We have done it. Story 100% complete up until this point.
The taste of celestial emperor.
God, the horny Besson is really, it's really something, I gotta say. God, that is a weird one. Let's see. Anything good? Probably not. Nothing. Not a thing. Achievements. What did we do? Walk on the chains of an old space-time. You look up at the night sky. You see the twin moons hanging above the horizon. You did do that. Once carried her into the world, and it will carry her to the underworld. We defeated Pollux. The citizenry will vote to decide the future of Amphorius. Witness the final results. We did. And do not look back, no matter how sweet and serene the call to remain. Accept your companion's help and leave the Netherrealm. we have done it. Now, it is 10:41. Let me check something. Okay, so it doesn't look like it. So ooh. That's funny. But I think with that we will call it for the night. Let's see who is on. I like Honkai, but that's in Japanese. Trying to speed run contents. The event 3.2 Twitch stream incentive program. The house always wins. Ottoman Seal Slam tourney. You know what? Sure. He seemed pretty fun. So, with that,